A very good morning, students. I am Rajni Gehlot, PGT English from Bhaurav Devras Saraswati Vidya Mandir. Today I am going to teach you the chapter, the last lesson, next part of this chapter. So in the last video, I told you about French. How did he entered into the class and what happened when he entered into the class? I will tell you. After being removed his fear, what did he notice? He noticed M. Hamel in his fine dress. So M. Hamel dressed differently, which he wore at the time at the days of prize and inspection. He always wore this dress at that time. So he was surprised why he was in his fine dress. And second thing, what did he notice and why he was surprised? But what kinds of dress was of M. Hamel? I'll tell you. Remember it. A question always comes on this topic. How was M. Hamel was in his fine dress? What was his fine dress? Then he had worn beautiful green coat and frilled shirt and little black silk cap, all embroidered. He had worn a little black cap which was embroidered, जो कि कढ़ी हुई थी उसने. Okay, and other thing by which he was surprised to see in the class, that was back benches which always remained empty. They were full of by the villager, and some villagers were sitting at the back benches of the class. These seats of the class always remain empty, but today they were occupied by the villagers. And who were these villagers? They were people were sitting quietly, and they were sitting very quietly like the students, and they were very sad. And who were these people? Some people are introduced with their post, like old Hosser, and in his three-cornered hat, and the former mayor, former means retired mayor, the former postmaster, and many of other except these villagers. They all looked very sad. इनके अलावा और भी गांव वाले बैठे हुए थे. ये जो तीन व्यक्ति हैं इनको डेजिग्नेशन के साथ इंट्रोड्यूस किया गया है. बाकी और भी विलेजर्स थे और सारे बहुत दुखी थे. ये फ्रेंच ने नोटिस किया क्लास में, and he was surprised. They had brought their old primers and they had an old primary book. Old primer means they have also old primary book with them. Hamels Announcement. Now there was another surprise thing, a wonderful thing for him. Means he was very surprised after the announcement of Mr. Hamel. What did he announce in the class? My children, this is the last lesson I shall give you. He declared that this was not the end of the session. This was not the last lesson of the syllabus. And he declared that this was the last lesson of their French language, of their mother tongue today. Why? Because why this was the last lesson of French language? Because there was an order from Berlin that German will be taught in the school of Lorraine and Alsace. बर्लिन से एक ऑर्डर था. बर्लिन वॉज प्रूसियन कंट्री, and there was an order from Berlin that German language will be taught in the school of Alsace and Lorraine, are two districts of France where German language will be taught since tomorrow. कल से. This will be really shocked for everyone if they came to know that suddenly it will be announced that their mother tongue will not be taught since tomorrow. कल से उनको उनकी मदर टंग नहीं सिखाई जाएगी. ये सभी के लिए एकदम से शॉकिंग न्यूज़ होगी. So just like that, this was a shocking news for French also. The new master comes tomorrow. So this is your last French lesson, French class. I want you to be very attentive. Mr. M. Hamels announced in the class that because this is your last lesson of French language, that's why I want that you should be very attentive to listen this chapter. इसीलिए आप सबसे मैं उम्मीद करता हूँ कि आप इसको बहुत ही attentively इस lesson को सुनेंगे. So his words were like a thunderclap to French. ये जो words थे, which words were like a thunderclap? That this is the last lesson of French language, and since tomorrow it is an order from Berlin that German language will be taught in the school of Alsik and Lorraine since tomorrow. These two declarations were like a thunderclap to French. This is an important question. Okay, so notice it in your notebook. What were the things which were like a thunderclap to French? French regretted for not learning. Now he was very shocked and he was regretting for not learning his mother tongue. अब उसको अपने पछतावा हो रहा था कि उसने अपनी मदर टंग को लिखना मदर टंग को क्यों नहीं सीखा था. Till now he don't know how to write properly French language. अभी तक उसको अपनी लैंग्वेज अच्छे से लिखनी भी नहीं आती थी. And now he had become deprived of his mother tongue. और अब उससे वो वंचित होने वाले हैं. My books that had seemed such a nuisance a while ago. Now he told us, French told us, his feeling that those books of French language which seemed to him just like a nuisance since just before some moments, कुछ क्षण पहले जो बुक्स उसको यूजलेस लगती थी एंड दे वर वेरी हैवी टू कैरी हिम, और उसको वो बहुत ही भारी लगती थी, उनको कैरी करना उसको मुश्किल होता था. आज वो while so heavy to carry my grammar and my history of science were old friends now. अब वो उसकी सब old friends बनकर रह जाएंगे. And I could not give up. So he was very sad and he was regretting for not learning his language, for not paying attention on his mother tongue. Hamel too, the idea that he was going away, that should never see him again, made me forget all about his Zulu and how cranky he was. Now he was also very sad to know that his French teacher, Mr. M. Hamel, will not also be live in the school. They will also leave the school. They will also give up his job since tomorrow. So though he was very strict teacher, but now he was ready to forget all of his strictness and all of his cranky. He was feeling very sad about him also. Slide. So what love for their lost nation. Now we came to know about the love of the villagers and the students also about their nation and about their mother tongue. And now we came to know why the villagers were sitting in the class. Friends also came to know after the declaration of that announcement which was done by M. Hamel. So he also came to know about those watcher also, the blacksmith who pointed him out, don't go so hurry up in hurry and you have a plenty of time. तो उसको वो भी समझ में आ गया, अच्छा इसलिए वो ऐसा बोल रहे थे. Means they came to know about that announcement, about that order of the Germany. इसका मतलब वो जान चुके थे जर्मनी के ऑर्डर के बारे में. So and he also came to know why the people were sitting in the class. उसको अब ये भी ज्ञात हो गया कि जो गांव वाले थे वो क्लास में क्यों बैठे हुए थे, villagers. So there is need to remember these points why the people were sitting in the class. What are these 3 points? Old people from village had gathered as they were sorry. They were sorry that they had neglected school and to pay respect to the old master. Means the people, the villagers were sad that they neglected their school in their childhood. उन्होंने भी अपने स्कूलिंग टाइम को नेग्लेक्ट किया था अपने बचपन में. सो दे वर एक्सप्रेसिंग देयर सॉरो फॉर दोज टाइम. and they want to pay respect to Mr. M. Hamel for his 40 year services in this school. और वो मिस्टर एम हैमेल को उनकी 40 साल की सेवाओं के लिए उनको सम्मान देना चाहते थे, उनको आदर सम्मान देना चाहते थे फॉर हिज 40 years faithful services. So and they also want to show respect to their country that was theirs no more. Now this will be the country of German. So they want to give respect to Mr. M. Hamel and also to their country. So there was the description about France. What did he notice in the class and how he was surprised to see everything, and everything was clear to him after the announcement of M. Hamel. Thank you, students. Have a nice day.